Bonsai is my passion. So I have many bonsais with me, which are there from the past 30, 35 years with me. And they've grown with me. And they actually, respond to you. When you show the plants a little love, I've been seeing it, and it gives me the equal amount of pleasure I think to the plants. So I think they are very happy and they respond to me. That is the best part, when I get the result that I want, that satisfaction you cannot get by anything else.
Welcome to Bifocal Naturalist. A warm welcome to all of you. Dasara in India is celebrated across the nation. It is a festival where goodness triumphs over evil. In southern India, there are a lot of dolls displayed in homes. They're arranged in several tiers, 5, 7, and 9, indoors inside their homes. The dolls are passed on from generation to generation. At the end of the 10-day Dussehra festival, they're nicely packed and stored to be opened next year. Our guest today is Mrs. Shamala Prasanna. She has taken the Dasara festival outdoors, the doll festival outdoors. She got married and came to Mysuru. She had a huge space in front of her home, and she converted this barren land into a green oasis. And every Dasara, she participates in the flower show conducted by the Horticulture Society of Mysore. And she has won 27 prizes every year for a special category. And she displays different landscapes. You can see the Japanese landscape with bonsai, the Chinese landscape with penjing, the deserts, the farm, the forest, and the Dasara procession of Mysore. A warm welcome to you. Shamla, how are you?
Thank you, Vijaya. It is such a pleasure to be with you today. I'm so grateful to you for recognizing me and whatever little talent that I have. And thank you so much for giving
You
me
are a
this
woman
opportunity.
of immense talents. So Shamala has done her master's in zoology. She's an accomplished musician and has held several concerts. And many of her musical CDs and cookery recipes have been showcased on ETV. But her passion is gardening. And she's also the president of the Bonsai Club of Mysore. Warm welcome. And
thank you.
Yeah, I would like to know, what is your background and were these interests, of cooking, music, and gardening there since your childhood and youth, or has it been developed after marriage?
Actually, music, yes, very much true. As you said, I was trained in Carnatic music when I was when I was just 9 years old. I completed my junior exam in Carnatic music, and when I came to the 10th standard, I think I did my senior exam, for which I'm so grateful to my parents who supported me. And my mom used to play tambura with me every day when I used to do riyaz and everything. And she supported me, she encouraged me, and she was a musician herself. So she used to play harmonium and all. So that way, music has been there. And of course, gardening, I think it has come in my blood because of my mom and my grandma. Grandma used to own a mango orchard in a village near Mysore, and she used to look after herself. She would go to the farm every day, and she was looking after the farm and everything. And the whole of her family, I think, is interested in gardening. So that has come to me in my blood, I think. And of course, cooking, we are really known for cooking in our family. Here also, everybody is a foodie. So I had to learn cooking after getting married. So I learned cooking only after getting married and got interest in it and started trying new recipes. And I started cooking healthy food and I started writing the recipes and all that. So yeah, that's how my hobbies continued after getting married also.
Wonderful to know that your mother and grandmother have inspired you, into
Yes.
gardening, yes, and to music. It's really nice. What I wanted to know is, you are started something very unique. Your concept of landscaping using Dasara as a scheme and participating in the competition is very unique. How did you come upon this idea?
Actually, whenever we have the Dasara festival in Mysore, the whole of Mysore is so beautifully lit up, and every corner is really very well illuminated and everything. And there's a beautiful palace, and in front of the palace, they have the flower show, and also we have a flower show organized by the Horticulture Society of Mysore. And this is there from so many years. So when I made my landscape in front of our house. So I thought, I should also compete in the annual competition that they conduct, the horticulture department conducts for the home gardens as well. They conduct for all the categories like schools, hospitals, and many, many categories, factories, and all those. So they come home and judge how you have decorated and all that. So I started applying for the competition. And when they came, I used to have the terracotta dolls with me. A lot of terracotta. Whenever I would go on the road, I would buy them and keep, because I wanted every doll to be garden friendly. So I just started decorating with the terracotta pots, terracotta dolls and everything. So then I started getting an idea. Everybody does dolls display inside the house. So why not I do it in the garden? When I started collecting all the dolls that are, porcelain or, the terracotta, whichever is rain friendly and, they don't get spoiled when exposed to the nature. So I had plenty of them with me. When I'm a heavy traveler too. So wherever I go, I used to collect only for my garden, and my children know my passion. So they also used to give me all the dolls that are, either porcelain or terracotta, which are really garden friendly. So then when I had collected a lot of dolls, then when I had my bonsai is my passion. So I have many, many bonsais with me, which are there from the past 30, 35 years with me, almost 40 years. And they've grown with me. They're like my children. Though my children have moved out of Mysore to America, my children, all these bonsais have stayed with me forever. So with the bonsais as the background, then I started doing one decoration after the other. So I don't mix up things. I have different corners for everything. So with the bonsais, I tried the Chinatown with the paintings, and as you said, with the paintings and all, I had many, many figurines. So then I made one Indian village with the huts and everything, all the women carrying water and all those, whatever is related. And they have with a temple at the background. And I put a lot of plants also so that they look inside the greenery. I would put the dolls. And then I made a forest in a place where it was very crowded and a lot of trees were there. I made a forest with animals and all like a zoo. Children love it when they come visit my garden, that part. And then I have a waterfall where I keep only the water related dolls and everything. And then in a place, I just wanted to symbolically represent the Dasara procession, which is very, very popular. As you know, you must have heard about Dasara procession
Yes,
in
of course.
Mysore.
Yes.
It's a world famous. So people come all over from all over the world to watch it. So I just wanted those. I had all the terracotta elephants, horses, and all those things. So with that, I made a in one corner. I have made with musicians in sitting and playing and all that. we have a beautiful palace band who play in front of the palace during Dasara. So all those things I have in terracotta. So I would put all of them in one place. Like that, when I started doing a little by little, of course, in the first year, second year, third year, I didn't have too many. As I started doing it from the past 27 years, I think my garden is full now. If in Dasara it will be full of dolls and everything, and the judges who come, they appreciate so much because I applied for the doll display also, which is the competition conducted by the some other organizations here, like Bharat Vikas Parishad and some Stree Shakti and all those. They just go inside the houses and judge the doll display. When they first came and saw my dolls in the garden, they said, "This is so refreshing with the greenery around, the dolls in the thematic garden show. If this is something, of course, they can't consider me with the other traditional doll display, but they would call me onto the stage, honor me with a special prize, and I feel so happy, and that I'm recognized for that. And everybody says nowhere in Mysore we have this kind of display in the garden, and this is unique, and so that makes me feel so happy.
I don't think
That's
there
how
is
it is.
anywhere in the world a display like yours. I think it's a class by itself. I'm also a bonsai enthusiast like you,
Yes,
and attended World Bonsai conventions in Omiya, Japan, and Seoul, Korea. I like the way you said that your plants are like your children. Many
yes,
people say they're my babies, but do they require the nurture a child requires? And how much time
definitely.
do you spend in the garden taking care of your plants?
Definitely, you are very much right when you said you have to nurture the plant. And they actually, respond to you. When you show the plants a little love and everything, I have seen it in my own eyes. This is not from the experience of just 2 or 3 days, it is from the past 30, 35 years. I've been seeing it, and it gives me the equal amount of pleasure. And I think the plants will respond to me. And actually, while I do my bonsai pruning, and you know how much time it takes, I usually spend about 3, 4 hours a day. Every day I spend about 2, 3 hours, yes, definitely. Of course, during Dasara, you don't even ask me. I'll spend the whole day from morning till evening, and then I just come inside for lunch and go again like that. So they just respond to you, and I keep singing. When I sing, I feel that they listen to me. There are a few ragas. There's an ashrama in Mysore, Swamiji, Sri Sachidananda Swamiji, Dattapeetham. They've written raga names for each plant. So I think they relate to the ragas and whatever it is, but it's like practice for me also. I can't sit and practice music and do everything other work, but while gardening I sing to the plants. So I think they are very happy and they respond to me. That is the best part, when I get the result that I want. That satisfaction you cannot get by anything else. It is
I,
such a passion for me.
I think your plants are very lucky, to have someone sing to them.
Oh, of course.
You always
There, I'm lucky to have them with me.
yes, it's mutual.
Yeah.
It's always said that art and environment are very closely related, and we can improve our environment through the use of art. And I think you're
Yeah.
doing it, because of your music and your performances. So, can you tell us something about how you've used music to promote nature?
Yeah, we actually, I'm so fortunate to have had a very good teacher, Srimati S.K. Vasumati, as my guru, music guru. And she was so creative. She's no more now. I'm very sad for that. But she has taught us so many techniques of music, like how to control your voice, how to modulate the voice, and everything. So she was very, very creative. She was not like just teaching the regular music thing. She would think about the one, like a theme. Like the one she had done, Prakriti Darshana. It's all about the environment, all about the seasons of nature. Which starts with the sun god. Sun god is the main one responsible for our plants and the nature. So we would sing the songs written by very famous poets in the first half of the thing, like, about sun and how we should be grateful to sun and all that. So she would start with the sun and then continue with all the seasons, like spring, and then rainy season, then Sharad Rutu, and all the Rutus from the beginning to the end. We have, the poets have written beautiful compositions, and like that, it is so much near to me because it is Prakriti Darshana. That is nature, something to do with the nature.
Shamla, you were telling us about the beautiful show, produced by your teacher, Miss
Yes.
Vasumati. I would like, I'd be very happy if you could sing a verse for our viewers, a stanza or a verse.
I can sing a shloka.
Ha,
Is it
that
okay?
would be lovely, lovely. Something to do with the seasons and nature.
This is to do with the sun god.
Okay.
So we are requesting sun to come out. It's a Kannada composition. Moody bar, moody bar, moody bara, moody bara. Navadivya Dinamani Mudibara 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 Mudiba Mudiba Mudibara Mudibara Navadivya Dinamani Mudibara 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 Jagada Kalyana Ratupundadali ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೀರೆ ಕಾರಿರುಳದ ಮರಬಲಿ ಹರಿವರುಣಾಮಂಗಳ ಸ್ರೋತದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂದೇತು ಮುಡಿಬಾರ ಓಮ ಧೂಮದ ತೆರದಿ ಕಾವಲಂ ಸುಖಿರಲು ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಚಿನ್ಮಯನೇ ಮೂಡಿಬಾರ ಮೂಡಿಬಾರ ಮೂಡಿಬಾರ.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, thank
What does it
you.
mean, Shamla? Quickly, if you can tell us what it means.
Yeah, it is. It says how much you are responsible for creating this whole world, and we need you for each and everything. For the welfare of our country, welfare of the nature. Jagada Kalyana means for the world all over. We need for your presence for the welfare of the world, and how much we need you, and how much the nature needs you. And all that.
Wonderful. Yeah, we need the sun. Without sun, we cannot really exist. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of work, in nature. What is your opinion of, all these global warming and loss of biodiversity? I mean, what is your contribution and what is the contribution of your horticulture society and the flower show? What does the flower show aim and what does it achieve?
Actually, there is a lot to achieve still.
Yes.
And I wish the people will realize what what misery this global warming is causing to us, and we have to avoid using plastics. And how much we, every meeting in the horticulture society, we come out with so many things to say that we should not be allowing the plastic to be used, and so many things to follow. But unless we educate the people around, and we cannot do this in any way, because a lot of garbage will be there at the end of the flower show, which it really bothers me a lot. I want to do something about it. It's not just, it's beautiful when they open the flower show. By the end of the 11, we have it for 10 days, okay, or 10 Dasara days.
Mhm.
And by the end of the day, when they have the prize distribution for us, you just cannot enter the flower show place at all. It is that dirty and that very bad with a lot of garbage around. So I just want that change to happen in our country. When I go abroad, I appreciate, not one leaf will be there down. They will be just cleaning it up so much. Why can't we do it? And in our house, we do it because I believe in the organic manure and the leaf manure. Whatever we have, we can produce the manure ourselves. And then, as little as possible chemical use, and unless it is very, very needed. Otherwise, use only organic manure. And that way you can attract the butterflies, birds, and everything will be just around you. I've seen in my garden so many birds with the nests, and right from my kitchen, I can see them building the nest, bringing all the. It is such a beautiful, procedure which we cannot do. They have it in them,
Yeah.
and so I appreciated each and everything about it. So it's a beautiful. I mean, you have to save nature. That's all I say.
Yeah. So you have a
Be very
master's,
serious.
yeah, you have a master's in zoology. How are you
Yeah.
applying your training in zoology to your gardening practices? Yes, I know you attract a lot of birds and butterflies, so you must be
See,
planting appropriate trees, plants. Can you tell us a little about the...
yeah, that is, I don't know. I think I should have done my botany MSc, but I ended up doing my zoology MSc. I don't know how it has helped me in gardening, but yeah, definitely, as you said, you know the animals, how they behave and what they want and everything. So I have the trees like guava tree. I have a lot of guava fruits, and the evenings, lot of pigeons come here. It's a pleasure to see. And they sit on the tree, eat the guava fruits and all that. And I have lots of butterflies flying around. I told you the birds build nests in the very bushy places. And it's such a beautiful procedure they follow. And it's very nice to see how they nurture their babies, and they bring food, and I've seen them feeding the babies in the nests and all that. So it's such a beautiful experience. Nature, it's in itself is such a pleasurable thing. That's what I feel.
So have your children taken up your passion of bonsai and
No, that's a
landscaping?
that's a very sad thing to say, but they love and they appreciate my garden. They appreciate my bonsais, and they're very proud of me. Everything, but somehow they have not taken up the thing. And also in America, they both are in America, so it's quite difficult. The seasons are very, very difficult there. They live one. My son lives in Boston. Though my daughter-in-law is very much interested, she cannot do it because of the season. In the cold season, the whole thing just you need to have a greenhouse and a lot of time to devote and all that. And right now they've not taken it up. So I'm hoping if they move to India, hopefully, my plant will have they're looking after the plants in future. I don't know. That's a hope that I'm keeping, maybe a high hope. Anyway,
So many years ago in Hong Kong, I met the chairperson of the Winglung Bank. He had a huge collection of bonsai. He used to call them penjing, and he would not use wire. He would use the cut and prune method.
okay,
Bending all that.
yeah,
And similarly, his children had no interest in bonsai. So
okay.
what he did was, in his will, he wrote that I would like to donate. I think most of his plants he has donated to different museums and gardens. So, do you have any plan of that sort of donating your
I think
plants?
that's a very good idea. When we come to a stage where we cannot look after the plants,
Correct.
and they are like our children, so we just cannot just throw away the plants or anything like that. So we want somebody who can look after those plants with the same care and same love that we have shown them all
Yes.
these years. So it's a very good thing, and we in our group we always keep discussing about it. What to do next, what is the everybody has the same problem now.
Correct.
All the children staying abroad, and their plants and they looking after the plants will be our responsibility. So what when we cannot do it? Right now we are able to do it, happy about it, but
Absolutely.
so we are just thinking about it. It's a very good idea to donate the plants if they are looked after there, like how we looked after. Otherwise, if it's any other garden, like anything in the garden, how
Yes,
it
yes,
happens
yes.
if it is
Because
not
these
cared
are
for.
living heritage, literally living
Yes.
heritage. And
Yeah,
so
I
you need
have
a
seen in
trained
Japan.
person.
Yeah, I have visited Japan, Omiya village, and I
Yes.
went there in the bonsai village, and they said they pass on the plants from generation to generation, like we pass on our jewelry and the sari. They
Yes.
pass on these bonsais from generation to generation. How beautiful that concept is.
Yes,
I
Omiya is
wish
really
we do
beautiful.
that.
But then we also pass on our dolls, Dasara dolls, you know,
Yeah,
from generation to generations.
of
They're so
course. Yeah, of
nicely
course.
packed and put in boxes and
Yeah,
kept away for the next year. You
I know. I know.
know. So, any message you would like to give to the young people on
Yeah, where you
exhibitions and
for the young people, I want to say, develop this hobby of gardening when you are young, because I developed it when I was about 25, maybe 28, 30 years. From the past 35 years, I've enjoyed my garden. I've enjoyed them with me, growing with me. And it is so nice, right? When you will have more energy also to do. You do a lot of things. I would spend the whole day in the garden and come and enjoy my music. So my teacher always used to say, the whole day you spend in the garden, and here you will go breathless when you want to sing. And she would always say, but I say that gives me energy to sing, like that. So develop the hobbies, whichever hobbies you have, and be serious about the passion. You should be passionate about it. Then only you can achieve something out of it. Like the same thing with my cooking also. I was not interested in cooking when I was studying. So when I got married, when I knew all these foodies, I had to cook. And so I did so much of research, and I did a lot of trials and errors and everything. And I achieved something in cooking also. So I'm happy about whatever I've got the hobbies in me. I have just shared it with my people, with my friends and my family. And yeah, it gives me a lot of pleasure and satisfaction. You know, that's it. Yeah.
thank you, Shamla. It is really wonderful talking to you. I mean, talking to a person who's so passionate and who has followed a passion with research. You read a lot, yeah, you experimented a lot, and the uniqueness. You also innovated. Yeah, that is the
Yes.
best thing. It's easy to adopt something, take something from someone and do it. But to explore it and take it, far beyond is something truly incredible.
Yeah.
Another
Thank you so much. And For that, I give the credit to my husband and my family too. They
Of
all
course.
have supported me all through. You know, for
Absolutely.
everything, they're there behind me. Though they're not with me in the garden, but they know, I know that they're there and they're appreciating my efforts and things.
Correct.
That gives you more
Peace
encouragement,
of
you know.
mind and energy. If they're cribbing inside the house, you really can't be outdoors,
Yes.
working and doing all these things. But what I like, really so much about you, that, you have used your art and music to promote nature and environment. We need to combine, have a multidisciplinary approach to solving nature's problems.
Yeah.
That is what you're doing. You've used music, you use your culinary skills. I'm sure you're cooking, healthy food. And
Yes.
yes, there's so many things. So can you tell me a little bit?
Microgreens, growing microgreens is one of the things in cooking. You know, you can use the microgreens in your cooking. It
Yes,
is so nutritious.
correct,
And I've given a talk on the microgreens, how to grow microgreens also. It is
correct,
so easy to grow
correct,
at home.
correct. And you don't need space to grow
No,
microgreens. We don't need not have a big garden like
no,
you. Small
no. It
windowsill
is
is
it will
enough.
go inside the kitchen and the windowsills and everywhere. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you very much. It's wonderful.
Thank you,
And I
Vidya.
hope one day to visit Mysore during
Please
Dasara
do.
and see the
Yeah, during
beautiful
Dasara, yes.
procession in your home and in the palace. Thank you very much,
Please
Shamla.
visit my garden. It will be my pleasure to have you, who is equally passionate.
Thank you very much. So I look forward
Thank
to seeing you again.